Fortnite is free to play, yet some players spend more on it every year than a Netflix subscription. Netflix charges a monthly fee and has over 300 million users. Fortnite charges nothing upfront and still generates billions. This isn't about gaming versus streaming, it's about how companies monetize attention, engagement, and identity. In 2025, Netflix has generated roughly $45 billion in revenue, while Fortnite generated $6 billion in revenue. This isn't a direct comparison. Netflix clearly captures a broader audience, and more people are watching Netflix than Fortnite. The difference is how each company makes money from its users. Like most streaming services, Netflix is a very simplistic business model. The consumer pays a monthly subscription between $7.99 to $24.99 USD. Once you subscribe to Netflix, you're charged the same amount every year unless the company changes the rates. It doesn't matter if you watch Netflix every day or binge on the weekends, the cost stays the same. On the standard plan with ads, that's roughly $96 a year. Netflix's purpose is to entertain us with a massive library of content like anime, documentaries, TV shows, and movies. They want to give you access and keep you engaged as much as possible.
So, looking ahead to 26, we're focused on improving the core business. And we do that by increasing the variety and quality of our series and films. We do that by enhancing the product experience and by growing and strengthening our ad business.
But no matter how engaged you are, your value as a subscriber stays fixed. Fortnite, on the other hand, is free to play, which removes all friction to join. It's free, so why not give it a shot, right? There's no subscription and no upfront cost. Once you download the game, you can jump right in and build, shoot, and compete to your heart's content. So how does the game make money? Skins. They have other items like music, shoes, and emotes. However, Epic Games is even testing a subscription model, Fortnite Crew, priced at $11.99 a month, released in 2020. You can also pay $8.99 for 1,000 V-Bucks, buy the Battle Pass, grind your way to the highest level, earn your V-Bucks back, and roll them into the next season. All of this is paid with real money converted into V-Bucks. Unlike other free-to-play or gacha-style games, Fortnite doesn't sell power. They sell you an identity, status, and expression. Some players will never spend money, and that's perfectly fine, especially if you play once or twice a year. But if you're playing every week, you're much more likely to spend a bit of money. Maybe it's the Battle Pass, maybe a skin, or the Fortnite Crew subscription. Netflix is passive entertainment. There have been a few experiments where Netflix wanted you to engage, like Black Mirror Bandersnatch, but 99% of the time you sit back and watch. Fortnite is interactive. You're actively engaging through a controller or mouse and keyboard. You play, compete, and socialize with other people in real time. From a business standpoint, interactive platforms are far more valuable. You could argue on both sides, but the more time players spend inside Fortnite, the more emotionally invested they become. And emotional investment almost always leads to spending. What the fuck? Sometimes more than people expect. Once Fortnite creates a new skin, they can sell it an unlimited number of times. There's no physical product, no manufacturing, and no shipping. Epic Games have never officially stated how much it costs them to make a skin, but it's likely in the thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of dollars. That is incredibly cheap compared to the millions of players who buy these digital items. In 2025 alone, Fortnite generated around $6 billion in revenue. Creating digital items at scale is a smart business tactic, and the potential is limitless. Free access, high engagement, with optional spending. The gaming industry so far does this better than almost any other industry. This shows the direction we're heading when it comes to digital consumption. Netflix shows us how they capture attention. Fortnite shows us how they can monetize engagement. The economics behind a lot of games are more obvious than they look. If you like this type of content, be sure to check out my other videos. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. See ya.